Hi, in continuation with the functions of Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council, today we are going to see about the State Council of Ministers. So, the State Council of Ministers is similar to Central Council of Ministers, and the State Council is headed by a Chief Minister, and the Council comprises a minister appointed by the government on recommendation of the Chief Minister. Hope now the TMK is a ruling party, and the ministers are appointed by the recommendation of the Chief Minister, Mr. Stalin. Hope you all know about the Indian Tamil Nadu State Council of Ministers. So, how the Council of Ministers are appointed? Okay, they are appointed by the governor on the advice of Chief Minister. Okay, so the governor also appoints tribal affair ministers from the following states, that is Chandigarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha. And also in Bihar was not one of the states that have a tribal affair minister. However, 94th Amendment Act in 2006 freed Bihar from these obligations. Next, let us see the collective responsibility. So the provision of collective responsibility is dealt with an article of 164. The article mentions that the Council of the Ministers are collectively responsible to the state legislative. That is, to read more about the important articles in Indian Constitution, that is referred under the LinkedIn. Okay, this means that all the ministers own their joint responsibility to the Legislative Assembly for all their acts of omission and commission, which means that when the Legislative Assembly passed non-confidence motion against the council, all the ministers of the council have to resign, including belongings to the legislative council. Okay. Next, it is also an additional responsibility. That means the Council of Ministers can advise the governor to dissolve the legislative assembly on the ground that the house does not represent the views of electorate faithfully, and can also call for fresh election, which means the governor may not obligate the Council of Ministers which has lost the confidence of legislative assembly. So next, let us see the article related to the State Council of Ministers. The following are the articles which is represented here is which is related to the State Council of the Register based on UPSC to 2021. So the article 163 is Council of Ministers have provision to aid and advise governor. 164, based on the article 164, other provisions as the minister, and could be they can conduct a business of government of state, and duties for chief minister as restricts the furnishing of information to the governor. Okay, and if you have any clarification related to this topic, you can feel free to communicate me. And also today we saw about general responsibility of State Council of Ministers. So how they are appointed, and what are the roles and responsibility of Council of Register, and how governor advises the chief minister, and he also how he appoint the tribal affair ministers, and what are the composition of Council of Ministers, which means there are three categories, that is one is cabinet minister and minister of state and deputy ministers, and what are the collective responsibility of each and every ministers, that is cabinet minister, ministry of state and deputy ministers. These all we saw about it. And based on the article, what are the provisions here? Based on the article of 163, 164 and 166, we see the provisions that are given to the State Council Minister, and also what are the responsibility. And the main function of the cabinet minister is that he can directly follow the government policy and making decision and issue about the making decision about the social issues, that is the national issues, and he or she has to spend a lot of time in discussing the current national problems, and also about the policy formation and implementation, and executive function and legislative function, and also the finance management. So here the Ministry of State who assists the cabinet minister, okay, and the Ministry of State and also the deputy ministers will assist the cabinet of ministers. So here the decision is deciding the major policy qualifications, and also the cabinet ministers are such ministers, that is transport ministers or Ministry of Road or Finance ministers, housing, education, and education minister, housing minister, and also about energy, health, and also about the public service. These all comes under the cabinet of ministers. So each and every single cabinet ministers has his roles and responsibility for the public, and also he will take some decision which is good to the public based on the government policies, and he's the one to sort out the problems and issues based on national problems and issues, and it gives the proper solution based upon the decisions made by the cabinet minister. So if you have any clarification related to this topic, you can feel free to contact me, and thank you. Bye.